every financial choice we make has a cost to it. But are you considering the most important cost there is? Let's find out. All right, Amanda. There's so many things that we could make this episode about.
There are infinite number of things.
So
how do we narrow it down?
Well, I don't know. Could we just do them all?
We can't do them all. But if we talk about budgeting, we won't be able to talk about debt.
If we talk about debt, we can't talk about saving.
Oh, they're all so important. How do we really narrow it down and figure out what is the best thing to talk about right now?
If only there was, I don't know, like a financial principle that would help me evaluate my choices in light of the things I'm giving up.
Well, Jonathan, there is.
There is?
And it's called
opportunity cost.
And we did not plan that. We're going to talk about opportunity cost on the Catholic Money Show today. And the reason we're bringing this up is we have seen just a complete lack of understanding of opportunity cost. And if you don't know what that is yet, that's okay. Keep listening.
This episode's for you.
An absolute lack of understanding of opportunity cost in our culture. And this idea of people just kind of mindlessly spending on whatever kind of comes to them instead of them sitting down and thinking about what they want to spend money on. It's very reactive. People are extremely reactive with money, even in the Catholic community, absolutely, instead of being super intentional and very proactive and considering the opportunity cost of every decision that they make with their money. And this, I think, is a huge, huge need to educate others on, because it takes you out of the kind of the victim mindset of money just keeps happening to me, things keep happening, and puts you on the other side of you're an adult making decisions about what is the most important at this moment in time and how are we going to go ahead and handle the money to make that happen. And it makes sure that you are being a really intentional steward and you're considering all the things that God might be asking you to do at any given moment with your money, and then with His grace, with His help, choosing the best path forward to your knowledge.
Yeah, understanding opportunity cost, not just understanding it, accepting it, helps you stay out of trouble. Mm-hmm. And you can even use it to your advantage to be able to give even more than you thought possible. Those are some big promises, so let's hop into this. So opportunity cost, what is opportunity cost? All boils down to this simple idea that you can only, you got $10 and you can only spend it one time. If I go buy a couple bags of chips,
gone.
Well, now I can't buy any gummy snakes, or I can't do whatever.
You can't put gas in the car, or you can't, think about another thing. This $10 bill could be something you purchased. You could buy something at the thrift store for $10 that you plan to flip and turn into $20 or $30. Everything costs you. If you take this and burn it on a bag of chips, it could have been $30 or $40 of profit back to you had you handled the $10 a different way.
Or if you plow all your money into buying things at the thrift store to sell later, well, now you don't have any money left to buy any food.
Exactly.
And you're really hungry. And no matter how nice that jacket is and no matter how good a deal it was, you can't eat it.
And how many profits it will bring you later. Exactly. You have to consider your needs today as well and be balancing all of those things at any given moment.
Yep. So opportunity cost is this idea that the cost of something isn't just the price that's on it, but also everything else that you could be doing that you can't because you're going to spend it on that thing.
Yeah.
So we see opportunity cost all areas of our life, right? If we go out to go see a movie for date night, well, we're also giving up playing a board game.
Or going dancing.
Or if I eat all the pizza for dinner, well, I don't have any pizza for breakfast. So it's also costing me no cold pizza in the morning.
Which If you know
it's a
how
pretty
much,
high cost.
If you know how much, you and the girls like cold pizza in the morning.
It's a very expensive cost.
It's a thing. And so I think that this opportunity cost, it's really good to understand so that you can just be a more wise and intentional steward with the money that is given to you. And we're not coming to this saying we're perfect and that we've always handled opportunities well. Just to be completely transparent, we have one opportunity cost in our past that plagued me for years.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you know what it is.
When
I bring it up,
I know.
The old townhome. Oh my. The old
very
townhome.
Expensive.
It's a
cost.
It was a huge burn. If we could go back in our life and have a redo, which we can't, but if we could, knowing what we know now, we never would have let go of the townhome that we could have rented in Denver that has
probably pay for all living expenses.
Continued. Yes, it would have been 100% paid off within a year of renting it. And then we would have been able to, pull probably a full-time income on rental income alone on a paid off asset. That would have been a really, really nice way to park our money. We cashed out and we chose to build a home in Nebraska, which I'm not mad about.
Also a good thing.
I love our home. It is also appreciated, although not quite as high. We have also been able to rent it on Airbnb when we travel, though not as high of a cash flow as if it was a full-time. It's worked out okay because the Texeras still find other ways to make sure, the opportunity cost is met. But that was a chance that we had, and we did not consider all of the opportunities on the table because, and I'm just going to call a spade, we at the time were listening to other financial voices that were incredibly black and white about certain things, particularly debt on a rental home. And I don't feel that way anymore. And at the time, I felt like that was gospel truth, and it's not. So if I could have a redo, I'd take it.
Interesting.
Yes.
But also to say, it's not that we're in ruin or anything.
No.
We just missed out on that opportunity.
And it was a big opportunity.
Yeah, but it's also we've had some good things going on here because of the choice that we've made. So it's not all, the end of the world. This is not.
Of course you gotta.
Well, no, I'm just to help understand. It's not like every financial decision you have is, here I put before you life and death, blessing and curse.
Yeah, no.
It's not. It's not the stakes are not that high almost any of the time.
I know, but you can see.
But you need to know the stakes.
You can see the melancholic and the sanguine. If I bring up pain, he's got to, let's make it better. Let's make it happy.
I'm just saying it's pain, but there's.
I know. That's a big situation where we failed to account for opportunity cost. And again, yes, most often in our life, it's much smaller consequences. Yes. And sometimes it wouldn't even be a consequence. It's just you made different decisions. Okay,
yeah. So another idea here is I think sometimes we can get into trouble if we're trying to outsmart or outrun opportunity cost. The whole idea of buying things. I mean, I did not understand opportunity cost properly, and so I ran into building up a bunch of debt because I didn't understand. I don't. If I spend my money here, I don't have any more to spend, but I could use the credit card and outsmart my opportunity cost, when really it just makes my opportunity cost skyrocket because it's going to cost me more because I don't have the money to pay it off. That's why I used it in the first place. And it's robbing me of making those decisions, evaluating those opportunities later off in the future. So I've already made decisions about things I don't even know about. Things that don't even exist yet. That's why debt hurts so much, because it's robbing your future opportunities.
You're obligating future money to today's decision, and you don't even know what opportunities might be coming your way 6 months down the road. And we oftentimes see this with people where, they think they can afford the payments, right? They can technically afford the $400 van payment, the, $500 car payment, the house payment they have, the credit card bills that they're incurring, the student loan payment. But then, many opportunities come and they just get into a mindset of counting themselves out. We can't afford it. But really, had they not entered into so much debt, they would have been in a different position and been able to enter into the opportunity, an opportunity that could have been life-changing for them.
Yeah.
Either in an ability to maybe give more generously, invest in a particular opportunity, quit a job they hated so they could start a business. There's a million different ways that this could have turned out different, but the story for so many people is they just lock their entire income up in essentially debt payments and then their lifestyle expenses. And there's just no wiggle room beyond giving a pittance and let alone thinking about, this, that, or another opportunity to save or invest for the future.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you're just taking every future opportunity off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you understand opportunity cost, you're accepting it, right? You're not going to get into trouble by trying to outsmart it, but you can use it to your advantage. You can give more if you understand opportunity cost. And certainly maybe because you're understanding all your decisions and you're making wiser ones, so you're using your money more efficiently and you have more money available to give. Sure, that could happen, definitely. That's not even what I'm talking about, though. Not even the money side of it. If you understand opportunity cost and you're giving a feelable amount, right? You feel what you can't do anymore because you're putting so much in the collection or you pledged so much to the capital campaign or whatever it is. And so if you know what that's costing you, you put your money in the collection basket. You're not just putting money in the collection basket. You can also say, hey, here's my $50 and we're not going out to brunch after Mass. We're going home.
Mm-hmm.
And so you are now giving not just a monetary gift, but also you can couple it with the sacrifice of what you're not going to do, the opportunity that you've said no to so that you can make this financial gift. And
so it's kind of like a double gift.
It's a double gift. That's awesome. That's a supercharged gift. I mean, do you want to give Jesus a cupcake? You want to give Jesus a cupcake with frosting and sprinkles and a candle on top to blow out? Mm-hmm. I want to go all the way.
Yeah, and I do think that there's an element of being able to name the things that we're saying no to because we're prioritizing giving. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of times it's easy just to kind of, do some little hard math, blah, 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 blah. Okay, $500 is going to this, and then to not really think about what that could have been. Mm. And I want to encourage you to go ahead and think about what that could have been. For some personalities, the temptation might be, I'm going to quit giving so I can do, and that's wrong. It's okay to see what you could have done instead and to accept that you're letting that go so that you can make a more generous, loving gift.
Man,
I think that's part of it. And so it should kind of hurt the worldly part of ourselves that's like, I could, this could be a rental property that I have every month, the $1,000 and I am choosing to give it and to really see it and feel it, but enter into it and choose it anyway. I think that is what makes Christian giving a whole lot different than just people that write checks to, that are not Christian and they're just giving to secular organizations, but it's not really hurting anything in their life.
Or I'd say even if
we get to the point of feeling it.
Even if you are Christian or Catholic and if you're not giving intentionally, if you're not giving with full awareness of the gift, you're missing an opportunity here.
Yeah.
And the only way you can give that is if you know what's happening with your finances. Mm-hmm. If you are, you need to be budgeting. You need to have a plan for your money. You need to have a handle on what's going on in your financial life so that you can accurately say, hey, this money I'm giving you could have been a night out. It could have been, in a few months, like a new TV for our family, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give that to you, and we're going to go without for now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you only get to do that if you know what's going on, if you can accurately see what that money could have been.
Yep.
So you need to be budgeting. You need to have a handle on your finances. You need to be a great steward so that you know exactly what you're giving.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's a special day around the WalletWin community. We've got a 25% off sale on our Catholic Family Emergency Binder for the feasts of Saint Joachim and Anne, which are the parents of the Blessed Mother, aka Jesus' grandparents, and it's my birthday. So for my birthday, you can get $10 off the Catholic Family Emergency Binder. This is our personal one.
Yeah, don't open it up too wide.
So it's packed full. All the things that you need to organize in your life that other people might need to access in case of an emergency or illness or a death. They can find what they need to know in 5 minutes or less, and you have the peace of mind of knowing that people aren't going to be scouring the house, looking in junk drawers, looking for random piles of paper, trying to log in places and not being able to. They've got it all in one place, and it's there, ready to go in case something happens.
Yeah, it's all right there. And by giving your loved ones the gift of having this prepared, then they can actually enter into whatever emergency is going on. They can handle it, make a better decision. If it's your death, they can enter into mourning instead of all the nitty-gritty details and chaos of the Grand Practicals. A lot of it can be right here. You can plan your funeral. Hey, I want the priest to wear this color. I want these
the good
songs.
Music.
Give me these readings. Yeah. You don't have to leave that up to anybody else. You can make sure you're sent off in the way you like. There's so much in here. Go on over to walletwin.com/binder to check out more of it. And if you do it quick, today or tomorrow, you can score your $10 off this binder at walletwin.com/binder. Use the code
Joachim and Anne. And that'll get you 25% off.
Yep. So we encourage you as you move forward and, whether it's the rest of today, whether it's as you're getting your budget ready for August, for this next month, whatever it is, whichever financial transaction is next, whether it's filling up the gas tank or putting money in the collection or buying a taco, just take a moment. Think about what else you could have done. Mm-hmm. And you can understand a little bit more of opportunity cost. And especially
when it comes to giving.
This weekend, when you're putting money in the collection basket or you're making a pledge or whatever it is, the missionary comes by and you're going to support them. Really, please think about what you're not able to do because you're giving. And then take that and give that too. It supercharges your generosity, takes it to a whole other level where we really, truly are making a gift of our life. So if you do that, it's really going to I'm just loving on this idea, and I can't wait for you to experience it too.
Until next time, bye for now. Thanks for joining us today. You can learn more about this show and the WalletWin program at WalletWin.com.
Music in this episode's from Dylan Gardner. Listen to his new album, Almost Real, on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your music. See you next week.